Hi friends, welcome back to Frosty Eye Candy. So, you know the pillow paint, you know the pouring medium, and you know the cell activator from the little pictures. I'm just here to run through some colours with you. So first off, we're going to start with tube paint, Liquitex, a favourite of ours here. This is the fluorescent blue, and this is the soft body acrylic, and it is semi-opaque. This is the half little square filled in there. Next we have Liquitex again. We've got Ultramarine Blue this time. Beautiful, beautiful, deep, fantastic blue colour. This is the soft body acrylic again, and this one is totally transparent because of the little square. When it focuses, it is empty. Okay, so you're figuring that's 2 tube paints, Frosty. A piggy is about to come. So you've got 1 in 3 chance, guys. What do you reckon? What's it going to be? What kind of piggy? Twinkle by this little piggy, TLP Pigments. It's a fantastic blue slash violet interference color. I'll try and get the camera to pick it up. One way you can see a blue sheen, and then just carefully another way it turns violet. But anyway, fantastic, beautiful color. We know it, love it well. And next is another favorite. It's the Opera Pink Gouache by Liquitex, the semi-opaque one right there. Next, it's going to be another Liquitex, another favorite, the Prism Violet. And this one is transparent, as you can see. And then last, but not by no means least, another piggy, surely. But how? Underneath the cell activator. Yes, exactly. We're going to use ore, but just with a couple of videos ago, I put ore underneath the cell activator. All you have to do is just mix it up a little thinner. Right now, because of the weather change, I'm now mixing down to about 2 to 2.5 to 1 of the Bear to Joe Sonia. And so with the little piggy here, I just mixed it up about 3 to 1, 3.5 to 1. So it's nice and thick, but not too thick that it doesn't move. But anyway, so that's going to be ore. And then we have the 2 cell activators. It is acrylic, the standard acrylics by Amsterdam, the titanium, oh, I'm getting tongue-tied. The titanium white by Amsterdam standard acrylics. And the next one, it's the permanent red violet light by Amsterdam standard acrylics. And these are both opaques, as you can see, and they both work well and great as cell activators. So that's enough of me getting tongue-tied and spitting my words. Anyway, that's enough of it. We're going to get the camera pointing down and we're going to get on with painting, okay? Okay then friends, so this is the Liquitex, the soft body acrylic, and this one is the fluorescent blue. So we're putting a nice amount down in the middle, and then we're just going to add these couple of little lines by drizzling the colour on, and we'll find out why later. Next is the turn of the Ultramarine Blue by Liquitex in the soft body acrylic, and we're also adding a couple of extra lines there. Now the next colour, one of our favourites of all time, this is Twinkle by this little piggy, fantastic interference blue, interference violet colour, and we're adding a nice bit down the middle of the swipe, and then as you can see again, just adding a couple of little lines and a couple of spots on outside the main body of the swipe. Now we're using one of our latest favourites. This is the Liquitex, the Gouache, and this is the fluorescent Opera Pink. Fantastic colour. Sure does pack a punch. Now we're going to be putting down the we're putting down the Liquitex Prism Violet. I forgot about that one. Just adding a couple of little lines outside. Great stuff. Now we're going to be adding the TLP ore that we mixed up just slightly thicker because we're going to put the cell activator on top of it. And we're just adding a couple of little lines of the ore on the outside of the swipe. And now I've noticed that we don't have much fluorescent pink. So we're going to add a couple of lines of fluorescent pink. There we go. And then we're going to load up our swiping tool and we're going to swipe. So see the swiping tool we're using here, friends? We're going to load it up with some titanium white first, and then finish off the little empty areas with some of the permanent red violet by Amsterdam. So then we go for the swipe. Now we want to swipe nicely over the middle part of the colours, but try to leave a couple of the little lines and a couple of the little extra embellishments we've added to the outside, because when we modify the edges of the swipe, they're going to make some fantastic looking patterns. Just look at those cells pop up. I never ever get tired of it. So I'm just going to blow out a couple of little areas, but we're going to get the toothpick out and we're going to start modifying. So when we're doing these modification friends, just remember it's a nice slow movement to the hand. And in we go. Now you're beginning to see those little extra bits of colour we put on the outside start to get dragged out and into the swipe and make for some really interesting shapes and colours and nice additions to the background. Also remember, friends, when you're modifying and you're taking the toothpick out of the middle of the swipe, do so vertically right upwards to avoid little drips where we don't want them. And also, while we're doing these modifications, try to follow the flow of the swipe in the middle to kind of add to the movement of the piece and sync it all up. Those modifications are looking pretty good, even if I say so myself. So we're just going to add a few more modifications, friends, and then I think we're going to call it a day and get it spinning. So just taking a nice look here, and in we go for the first spin. You can see the piece is growing nicely, expanding over the 10-inch canvas nicely, and wow, for the first spin it's looking pretty damn good. But we've still got a lot of paint here, friends, so we have to spin her again. So then we go for the anti-clockwise spin. Wow, she's come out fantastic. I really couldn't have asked it to come out any better, I don't think. So I'd like to dedicate this piece to my #1 fan, Christy. This one's for you, my friend. Thank you for all your help. So here we go, guys, for the close-up. You can see the twinkles shimmering under the light there. But thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Share if you like what you see here. And of course, as always, happy pouring.